Now, after court, Redden's sister and Redden's foster mother spoke to the media about his battle with mental health illness and how they claim that the system has failed him. Let's watch.
Tell us about your brother and the brother that we haven't seen. You know, who is he like? What is he like? And how did he get in this situation?
Well, he's basically born with mental illness. He was born with crack cocaine in his system. So his chance in life was taken at birth. Deep inside, he's a good person. He's just not had the opportunity in life to be surrounded by positive people, meaning his own family. I can see that my brother just felt betrayed at the time when he was pleading and saying that he was in a better place, which is different for us all to be in a better place. I mean, when we struggle from mental illness, it's a chemical imbalance. Just as most addicts have chemical imbalances out there, who wants to stop using, who can't. It's something that we suffer from. I don't think sending him to prison is going to turn anybody who suffers from a mental illness. They need to be surrounded by healthcare professionals who can treat him and so that he gets the right treatment that he needs.
He's been in and out of mental health court, so now he's going to go to prison on this thing. But you were saying to me when we were walking down here, you don't think that that's going to help him in any way?
It's not, because the people in prison are trained to, for prisoners. They're not trained for people who suffers from mental illnesses. So he will not get the proper treatment that he needs.
This case went internationally viral. How has your family been dealing with that?
Well, we've all just been thinking more, of our rights as individuals. And anybody whose mind is not of a normal person should not be judged in a manner of a person who's normal like you and myself. He tried to speak for himself, which I just think he shouldn't have never been allowed to take the stand or speak on his own behalf because of his condition.
What was your thought when you saw this video that went viral? I mean, you obviously are talking about your brother here.
Yes, I just think his reactions were not premeditated. It was triggered because he seemed to have been pleading for his freedom. He has been off his psych meds since he got out of jail, but because he doesn't have an appointment until March of this year, so he has not taken anything at all. And I think when the judge says, it's time for you to get a taste of, became a trigger, and in his mind, he felt threatened. We all have the capabilities to do what Deobra did, and that is to leap that high when our fight or flight mechanism response is triggered when we're threatened. We can jump that high. We can leap that high. So in his mind, it's realistic that his life was feeling threatened, and that's what happened.
Do you think that if the judge didn't say that last line, that this would be a different story?
I strongly believe that. I strongly believe that because it was that statement that was the trigger.
Have you had any communication with him since Wednesday?
No, I haven't.
I have. And actually, once we found out that he didn't appear in court on that day, my mind automatically went to, what did you do to him? Where is he at? When I came, media everywhere, and I go over to the jail, and I'm trying to do the visits, and there's no visitation for him at this moment. Then why? Where is he? He hasn't called, but apparently Tony Abatangelo, a good attorney that I know, was able to access someone from the inside to actually call, and they called me last night. And I explained to Deobra, like, it's not a circus. What you did, no way do we condone it, but I know your struggles, and I know the voices that you hear, and I just felt I tried to soothe them and, say, just come to court and, whatever's handed down, just take it. Like, what else can you really truly do? But I just felt like to even be going back in front of her courtroom, that was totally biased. Like, Why? What? You want to send a message or what? At the same time, he's like she says, he suffers from mental illness. It's always been documented. It's always been stated. Even when I got them from the foster care system at the age of 12, it was documented that he was severely emotionally disturbed. By the time he was 18, he left and branched out on his own. But every day, like he said, he's trying to do better. He just got released November of 2023. 6 weeks ago? Something like that. He just got an apartment, did everything right, was in contact with parole and probation. He was released to them in their custody. So now you saying you finna send him back? What sense? In his mind, he didn't think he was going back. He was ready to go to work the following day. As we sat in the courtroom, he got a dispatch from the Teamsters. He was just in a better place. And like you say, I just feel he was tricked.
Do you think that this will, essentially him being sentenced, will undo all the work that he's done to repair his mental state?
No, definitely not. It's only going to put him in a worse state of mind because the system has failed him, and that's how he feels. That's how he feels that the system fails him. So he's going to come out with that mentality and go forward in life, knowing that he has pleaded everything that he can, and being in a better place is different for us all. If he can be in a better place for a month, 30 days, for him, that's a lot.
As a sister, as a mom, what was it like to see him in the spit mask and with the scratch?
Of course, I cried. But even from the moment that he leaped and he jumped, and this lady right here is my witness because she was in the courtroom on that day also. My first thought of mine was, please don't kill him. You know what I mean? Please, like, it shocked me just as it shocked everybody else. Like, oh my God, I went to a state of shock. You know what I mean? So it was heartbreaking, really, to see him. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's about his mental state. You know what I mean? His mental, like, we just seem to forget that.
And in his eyes, he doesn't even understand that what he did was wrong because he feels like he's just protecting his life. And any of us, if our life is threatened, we're going to react in two different ways.
And his mental diagnosis is what?
Schizophrenia, bipolar.
So he's completely mentally ill,
He has manic phases.
Completely ill.
So even so, the night before he had court, I guess he didn't really sleep because when I picked him up to come to court, I noticed he was in there. I'm like, who you talking to, Deobra? He's like, oh, nobody. I said, because as a kid, I used to tell him, like, don't start with those voices. Like, I would kind of soothe him, like, get the voices out your head. Come on, it's time to get up. It's time to go to school. It's time to do that just to keep him focused. But as he gotten older and he got put on the medication, I seen where he was much calmer. Because I believe so. They gave him his first dose of medication yesterday while in jail.
Wow.
His first dose, he said he had taken, and I could just tell in his voice that he was calmer and he didn't really realize the magnitude of how, but like, right, and like I say, I don't even feel it's funny, it's a joke, you know what I mean? I didn't even
That should
realize.
be overlooked, like the judge said, like, oh, well,
He just
he got a history of this, well, it's part of his life, it's who he is.
And Miss Karen, you're his foster mother. And how many children have you fostered?
I fostered him and his siblings. Actually, four.
How did you guys plan on supporting him in his journey now that he will be behind bars? How do you guys plan on supporting him
I've always
mentally?
supported him, and I'm always a phone away. He'll tell you if anybody's number is the same as mine. Whenever he's, trouble or whatever, pick up the phone. And like I say, I'm here to court for support. I actually taken off work. My employer allowed, me to be here because it's all about me supporting him. But, whatever he needs, I'm a phone call away. But the main thing is to make sure that he's getting the proper care.
Yeah, I plan on helping him understand his mental condition because he doesn't understand what he suffers from.
Outside of him suffering from that episode, how would you describe his normal disposition?
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He is the sweetest young man. He will lend his arm
to
help
help you.
somebody. He will give his arm out for sure.
As a family, have you guys been discussing what the next steps are looking like?
Man, I mean, what you think? I guess tomorrow is what, another episode? You know, with
he'll come back to
like I
court.
say, yeah, he had what, 4 charges. Now they jumped to what, 15, 16? Like extortion, like really, like I said, you know, no disrespect. We don't condone what he did. As far as everybody, oh, see what he did? No, he didn't do that to the bailiff. The bailiff did that to himself. You know,
And if you're not in your right state of mind, is it you or is it the sickness or the illness?